experienced staffing issues. Thankfully, not on the technician side, but on the entry-level side, our valet staff, our dealer group has had some staffing issues in our call center, which when that's the first point of contact with the customer, it's critical to get those positions filled. As an organization, we have 70% retention. That would be across the company in all positions. Now, certainly entry-level positions do tend to turn more often than, say, a technician.
We definitely have lost some express technicians, mainly just because, they've got the good, amount of training here and are being offered technician roles elsewhere, which I understand. But the challenging part is I'm still looking for more technicians.
I definitely have had some staffing issues on my front line, more so than in my shop. I've had a much harder time trying to find a person for my business development center, and I've had a tough time trying to get service advisors. We hopefully will be looking for just one more to make our team complete, but I would much rather have a full staff than be trying to run around with 2 or 3 service riders. Is horribly difficult. We did it for a short minute because unfortunately some people were sick, COVID and all that, but it was probably one of the hardest couple of weeks we've ever had around here.
We are experiencing shortages in pretty much every position in fixed operations. Technicians, cashiers, porters, service advisors, parts countermen, you name it, we need more of it. It's twofold. I think our growth is causing part of that, and the other issue is just the environment we're living in right now.
Technician, that's primarily where we're deficient. I mean, service riders, we don't have any problem with that. That's rarely do we have any turnover there. The last bit of turnover we had was one of my guys got promoted within the group. I don't see that a lot of young people are getting in the field right now, less than they used to be. So when they get in the field, they want to be paid right out of the gate what these veterans are making, and they don't know anything. Everybody seems to want to run off to college and not get in these fields anymore for some reason. And I think that's electrical, HVAC, plumbing, mechanics. So we're fortunate that we have 16 techs back there, but we can always use more.
Really has affected everything, from valets, porters, to technicians, to advisors, to any support staff role, really. Parts, personnel, it's across the board. Technician shortage has been happening for years. We've been pretty fortunate compared to others in the technician area. Finding new technicians is always very difficult and has been for a long time. With the technology in automotive vehicles today, we need people. We need new people. We need people that want to learn, that understand, electrical, all of those things that, that gap between technicians where we have our older technicians that are the most experienced guys out there that have worked on cars for the last 35 years. They're getting close to retirement age or at retirement age, and then you have a gap where you don't have a lot of people that were interested in that role.
Staffing is always an issue. Technicians are hard to come by, and good ones. That's the problem. I try not to hire poison, so I try to hire good people, and typically good people are good where they're at, so they're not really looking. So you gotta keep on networking.
During the height of COVID, we had a lot of people that were afraid to come to work, and we had less people traveling, so obviously our workload here dipped a little bit, but now we're seeing everybody's getting back into the swing of things again, even though we're 2 years in, and we're definitely getting the staffing back up where it was a couple of years ago.
The lube techs are my biggest challenge at the moment. I got a great set of techs, I've got great advisors, but lube techs at the moment are an issue. There isn't a whole lot of them out there.
Right.
Every area, mostly in mechanical and body.
We cannot find trained technicians. Salespeople are still hard to come by and hard to retain. Our service porters, lot porters, telephone receptionists, very hard to find.
Technician mostly.
Okay.
You don't see a lot of, right now you don't see a lot of more experienced technicians kind of job hopping, at least not in our field, and definitely trying to get the younger staff in. You don't see as many enrollment's down at a lot of the technical schools and stuff, so it's harder to get those individuals.
And to hire more technicians, and the technicians aren't out there. So what we end up running into is the fact of we're looking for technicians, and what comes in is not quality, it's just people. Flip side of that coin is everybody's looking for technicians, so the grass is not always greener where you're at, so they go exploring, and next thing you know, they're sitting in your office, and that strategy has changed. In 2019, you would have told that person, go try it. 2022, you can't afford to lose that person, so now you're swarming at the bit because that technician turns 60 hours a week consistently, and you don't want to see them leave, and the replacement is not out there. So.